So the US 57 million people, China 40 million people, the EU 23 million people, UK, look at UK. UK is far ahead. And UK, they did their thing by themselves. 60 million people vaccinated. They need another 20 million people. Let's say another 30 million people vaccinated. And the UK is not, the UK can open now because they will have 70% of their population. The population in the UK is 66 million people. If they can vaccinate another 30 million people, they would be at 46 million people vaccinated. That's enough to open everything because everybody that is old, weak, fragile will be vaccinated, and everybody else will be fine. And this is why the UK has implemented a new rule that is making everybody crazy. They said, yo, when you land in Heathrow, our airport, you have to stay 10 days at the airport hotel, and it's gonna cost you £1,700, and so $2,000, and then after that you get tested, and then you can stay. This is the best way to close your border because now we're not gonna do all the efforts that we are doing and all the amount that we paid the vaccine full price way before France and all you European people, where you were there like, oh, we're not sure. We're still debating about all your debates. Those guys, they were like, yo, we're buying the vaccine full price, fuck it, boom. Same thing for Israel. Israel has a population of 10 million people, just like Portugal. They have vaccinated 7 million people. Game over. Another million people, and they can open everything back. Because, yeah, nobody will be sick anymore. And once you have a situation where your country, everybody's safe, now you start telling people, hey, I'm gonna tell you what is the next phase. They're gonna be like, oh, you wanna come to Israel? Where's your proof of vaccination? It's just gonna be like Africa and yellow fever. Trust me, mark my words. Brazil, 6 million people. There's another 200 million people to vaccinate. So it's far from it. Turkey, let's see Portugal. France, now 3 million people. Come on, it's 66 million people. They only have 3 million people. Look at UK, 16 million people. Spain, Portugal, where's Portugal? Only 500,000 people. It makes no sense. And they are vaccinated. They're vaccinating 5 doses per 100 people. They're doing it as fast as they can, but we have 10 million people here. So there's a problem. And I know the doses are not easy to get by. There's a lot of reasons why things are like this, but with all these things that is happening, it is complicating the situation for all the people who are, for all the people. Because if you have a restaurant and you invested and you open your restaurant and you took a loan at the bank and your restaurant has been closed for a whole year, even if you understand the pandemic and all these things, you are still fucked. If you have a club, if you have a nightclub, and you still have to pay the rent because you don't own the building, you are fucked. If you're a DJ and you don't want to go do clandestine parties and you don't have, and this is why, it's something I tell. I remember when Buddy was scared to ask people for donations. I was like, bro, listen, this is your job. What you are giving the people is something that you are giving something for free that normally they would pay. They would pay $10 to get in, probably in gas or taxi, another $20 to get there. That's 30 plus 10 to 20 on drinks. That's 50. And and you're giving it for free. So damn it, if people don't have $5 to give you for these performances that you do two, like 3 times a week, these people cannot say that they are your supporters. Or at least buy a t-shirt. If you really don't have the money, go on Spotify, play the whole album. Go type Body Sadva or type Kaysha on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, and just before you go to sleep, just play the whole album. You know, it's gonna. Wait, my album has 40 songs. That's 40 streams. It's not even 5 cents, 30 cents. But if you have 100 people doing it, you might make $5, $10. And then if people do this every day, you might get to a rent. This is the reality of today. But if you are a barmaid and you've been in bars and clubs all your life, and there's no clubs, what do you do? There's a lot of people who are asking themselves, what am I supposed to do? And the governments are just telling them, obey. And they are starting to say to themselves, I'm gonna fucking disobey because I need to leave. And people are saying, this is your job is not, or whatever, a nightclub or a DJ or an artist singing. These are not important things. We have more important things, like doctors, like nurses. And in a pandemic, it is true, they are the heroes, they are the fighters. But does it mean that a DJ or an artist is not important? Where we are the ones who make people dream, we are the ones who are the soundtrack of the people's lives. We are the ones that people fall in love to. We are the ones that people cry to. We are the ones that people get depressed on. We might be the last song that somebody listens to before they kill themselves. We are the first song that people listen to before they make love for the first time. We are the first dance at a wedding. We accompany life and end of life. So are we non-essential? I see a bunch of artists, those who can again. They go to Congo, they go to Ivory Coast, they go to Africa where there's still a possibility to do shows because somehow Africa is touched differently. Maybe because there's a lot of young people, so there's a lot of asymptomatics, or maybe because there's a lot of, depending on the countries, the virus is arriving in bodies that are already full of viruses. But it is still a dire situation where if we stop performing for another year, do you really think that DJs, singers, performers, people who own restaurants, barmaids, cooks, chefs, restaurant bartenders, promoters, rappers, cover bands, wedding bands, people want to get married, do you think that people are able to sustain another year like 2020? Some analysts are saying that travels and real life can resume in 2022 or 2023. Listen, I haven't seen my son. My son was supposed to come here like 2 days ago. On the 15th. No, 4 days ago. 3 days ago. He was supposed to come. I was ready to have my son come back. My son come back after a year and 2 months. Not seeing him. Last time I saw my son, he was 16. He was 16. That was before his birthday. So he was 16. He's not 18. Thank God for WhatsApp that everybody's trying to cancel now. Thank God for WhatsApp that at least I can talk to him in video and we can just, talk by the visualization of the virtuals. My daughter has been in the house now for a month now, 2-3 weeks, I don't remember. I don't even count time. All I know is Sundays and Wednesdays I'm live. And I can see that she needs to go out, like, So from time to time in the morning, I take her outside in front of the water. We live in a great neighborhood, waterfront, parks everywhere. We have like 7 kilometers of parks. I take her to the park in the waterfront. I just let her run for 20 minutes, and then she's like, I'm tired. Let's go home. Let's go. And then we go home. But yeah, she needs to go back to school, But listen, I had COVID. Me and Buddy, we had a bad one. Almost died. I understand that all these things, all this complaining is great, but there's a virus out there. And that's what I tell people. There's a virus out there, so. But what do we do? Like, I was talking to a friend of mine who has a label, and he told me, I'm building houses now. I went back to construction. I'm like, what? Yeah. I sell shows normally. And I'm like, what about your artists? Like, some of them are okay. Most of them went back to their parents. They went back to live with their parents, and people are regrouping because a lot of careers are being destroyed right now. And not everybody has this possibility to just, you see what I mean? Not a lot of people have been able to be like me. I'm quick to change directions and do something else. But a lot of people, they just disobeying. And a lot of people are asking themselves, how long do I obey? Like, how long do I accept this situation, even if I understand? Like, people still have families to feed.